Hello everyone. Nissa Hanger here with the Atlantic Institute of Aromatherapy for the third installment of our daily practice series with essential oils, using essential oils in a contemplative, self-reflective practice, which might look different depending on who you are. In these videos, we've been exploring a single essential oil and the messages that it has for us as far as how to investigate our inner world and hopefully learn some things. And in the case of this oil, bring some freaking fun and play into our lives. So today's oil is sweet orange, which for me really helps to revive a sense of wonderment, to help us get back to that childlike awe in the wonders of the world and really bring a sense of play into our days. If you're someone like me, work tends to take priority. Productivity tends to take priority in my days and in my times. And what I've been really loving with working with sweet orange this week is finding the play even within my work day. And even just as I started working on preparing this video for you, it not that I was in a bad mood, but man, do I feel uplifted. So here are some of the things with orange. Number one, we're talking about sweet orange. So this will be different like in the next video when we'll talk about another orange plant oil. This essential oil often comes from the sweet orange tree. Citrus sinensis is the Latin name. And the cool thing about orange is it's relatively inexpensive. It also works great in diffuser blends of all kinds. It's very child-friendly as well. It is not phototoxic like many of our other citrus oils, interestingly. And with the exception of older oils that have become oxidized, and part of how you can tell, one of the ways that you can tell besides the smell changes, is that when you pour it out, like here I poured it on my scent strip, I had to do it real quickly because it just pours right out. The fresh oil is very thin. So if your oil is starting to get goopy, or you've had a half empty bottle for, I don't know, a year or years, you'll find that it will start to be gummy and therefore much more likely to be sensitizing or, cause some irritation. So those are just some things to be aware of. With our fresh orange oil, it can help us reconnect to our inner child. It helps a lot in times of worry when we feel, and I know I've said this in several of the other videos, when we feel weighed down. And let's just contrast this to patchouli, which I talked about. When you're feeling weighed down, it helps you feel the ground underneath you. It helps you feel more grounded. Orange, what I get with orange, and if you haven't been smelling it with me, please feel free, take out your bottle. You can always smell the cap if you want to go, a zero waste, let's say, with it. I've got a scent strip here. You can also put some on a tissue, of course. Your sleeve, just be aware of, like not rubbing your eye with your sleeve, that sort of thing. When I smell orange, what I feel is it helps my mind be not so heavy. And it will help me lift my heart. So as I breathe in, it does, if I can feel the string pulling my chest upward, and it's like my whole, from my heart up into my head. And part of what sweet orange does is help harmonize the head with the heart. Oftentimes when we're experiencing worry, there might be something in our heart we're not listening to, so we can start to build that bridge between the head and the heart with sweet orange. yeah, it just starts to lift up the heart. And if you want to, just take a few deep breaths here with me and feel that upliftedness in your heart area. You might even just, as you breathe in, open up and expand the chest, and just like there's someone, like a gentle string being pulled. The other sense that I get from sweet orange is that it's like that moment when your friend comes over, like when you're a kid and your friend comes over and knocks on the door and says, "Hey, can so-and-so come out to play?" And you are like totally down to play. And so you just start to run out that door. It's that same motion of the chest being pulled upward. This is what I feel with sweet orange. I hope you can feel it too. So as we grow up and become more responsible adults, prioritize work, we can tend to deprioritize play. And sweet orange helps us reconnect with that sense of play. So let's do that for just a few minutes here. And take some deep breaths in, expanding the chest, feeling that aroma of sweet orange moving in you and flowing out, and starting to feel more grounded in the body. Maybe even close your eyes. And just allow yourself to begin to explore really, what is it that brings you joy? And if you're into journaling, or writing, this is a great question to journal on. What brings you joy? It may have been a long time since you've thought about this question. Sometimes people find it difficult to consider what brings them joy if it's been a while. And if that's the case, no pressure. This is all about having fun and taking it easy on yourself. So instead, you might also think about, when was the last time you became absorbed in the enjoyment of an activity? The enjoyment. What is it that you were doing in that activity that you became absorbed in the enjoyment of? What did you enjoy about it? And as you breathe in and smell the sweet orange, I invite you to connect to the voice of your inner child. The part of you that's been, maybe tucked away or doesn't always get a chance to come out and play. And listening for that voice of your inner child, ask it, or just listen to what you say to yourself when I pose the question, how can you insert a little more fun into your day? Even in the most simplest of ways. And go ahead and take one last deep breath of that sweet, sweet scent of sweet orange. And I encourage you to approach whatever the next task that it is that you have to do today with the cheerful qualities of sweet orange. Remembering that fun can be effortless and that play is always possible. All right, my friends. That concludes our daily practice for today. I hope that you enjoyed this time of reconnecting to the playfulness inside of you and maybe inspiring some more fun into your day. I would love to know what fun activities Sweet Orange has brought you. What are the things that bring you joy? Please leave me a comment on the blog. And I hope to see you in our class on Saturday for how to use essential oils for emotional healing. That will be a live Zoom class. I'm sending out the invite to the email list, so be sure you get on there at atlanticinstitute.com. And we will have a really great time exploring how deep into our own healing essential oils can take us. And it doesn't have to be any specific essential oil. This will be non-specific on any particular oil so that you can work with what you have available to you. It's just always important for me. All right, my friends, I hope to see you on the blog, and we will definitely see you here tomorrow for our 4th installment of our daily practice series. Thank you so much for taking time out with me today, and know that I love you, and go have some playtime.